Welcome to our premier edition of Counselor's Corner. I'm Stacy Hawkins. The purpose of Counselor's Corner is to give you the tools you need to maximize your mental and emotional well-being and nurture your relationships, both during COVID-19 and beyond. Today, we're joined by Tavia James, ADA counselor, to talk about kindness. So Tavia, welcome to the show, and what do we mean by kindness?
Thank you. First, I want to thank you, Ms. Hawkins, as well as HCC TV for the invitation. It's such a privilege to be able to be featured on the premier edition, so I am extremely excited for this. When I think about the word kindness, it's a quality of being genuine, being friendly, having some type of thoughtful intention. And so I associate kindness with showing affection, being present, and just having a sense of concern for yourself as well as others.
Now, how does kindness enhance our relationships, and why is it even more important in circumstances like we find ourselves right now?
Well, depending on when you are viewing this video, but currently right now, as it stands, we're in a global pandemic called COVID-19. And so it's literally disrupting our daily lives. It's impacting our lives in many ways. And so we are tasked to be physically distanced to reduce the contact as well as the spread. But that does not infer to avoid being present socially. And so one way that we can be kind is being active when you see someone in need. Relationships expand further than just being parental relationships or the chosen person in your life, whether it's a partner or a spouse or even friends. And so if you see someone that is in need, then demonstrate that level of kindness. Kindness is almost like an interpersonal skill that you can strengthen just like a muscle. And so you have to make a conscious choice to strengthen the muscle.
Now, a lot of our interactions right now during COVID-19 are kind of like you and I are doing right now. They're through a Zoom meeting or through the phone. Do you have to be physically present to be kind?
Absolutely not. My challenge is for you to pay a kind word, maybe a kind word to a coworker or to a friend, maybe a neighbor. Send a friendly or goofy email or a text message. A smile goes a long way. Um, Perhaps doing some yard work for your neighbor who is struggling financially, or just opening up the door in the grocery store. If we still have doors in the grocery store, especially the smaller ones in town, but just helping someone, donating some clothing, some items, things of that nature can kind of help with the form of kindness.
Now, a lot of families are spending a lot of time together. How can parents model kindness for their children?
That's a good question. Parents can demonstrate by being selfless. And so incorporate some type of family time to fortify the quality time. Perhaps your son or even your daughter has been playing this video game and you're curious to see what it is. And so perhaps you may want to join in that video game or play that board game that has been collecting dust in the closet. And so using your form of creativity in the home. And it doesn't always have to be a purchased good. It can be as simple as cooking a meal together, sharing some old time stories. And so it doesn't always have to say, well, I have to purchase something in order to prove that I'm kind. Absolutely not.
Now, we're not always absolutely perfect, and sometimes stress can get the better of us. If you've been unkind to somebody, what's a good way to make amends?
That's a good question as well. I would encourage the person to feel the feelings. It's okay to be disappointed in your actions. Don't resist any type of negative emotion, whether it's a positive one or a negative one. But then after you feel the feel, be intentional and find a way to reconnect, and try to work towards a resolution. Listen to what the other person says, and you may have to come with a healthy compromise. Try to discuss one issue at a time instead of the long HEB list or the shopping list of things that can be quite overwhelming for all parties involved in the conversation.
Now, is kindness just for other people, or can you be kind to yourself?
Well, it first starts with ourselves. And so you have to encourage rather than criticize. We can always look at the negative things that transpires in our life daily, but treat yourself in a way that you would treat a loved one in that situation. And so perhaps eating healthy, that's a way to be kind to yourself and to your body. Having some time to relax and exercise or meditate, those are some ways to show and demonstrate kindness to yourself.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to seeing some of the students that we serve. We offer mental health counseling, and it's free for any student that's registered at HCC. So if you're interested in any type of mental health services, we're here to serve.